What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I want to show you another Fox News clip, and the strategy is redistricting. That is the strategy. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about this. I just put out a video a couple of days ago where I was showing you the breakdown when it comes to the House and the rankings that Fox News was putting out. Now we're going to take a look at more Fox News hosts talking about redistricting, because redistricting is the only way that Republicans would have a shot at maintaining control of the House. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. So before I show you the clip, I just want to get everybody on the same page when it comes to the House. What do Democrats need to do to take back control of the House? And where do we currently sit when it comes to the House? So right now, you have Democrats at 215. Now, give or take, you have some special elections that are still out there, but the total would be 215 for Democrats. And so the Republicans, the same thing. They're at 220 right now, but there are some special elections that need to happen. But in order for Democrats to take back control of the House, what they need to do is they need to net 3 seats. So the margins right now are very tight. They're very close. And so I'm showing you this just so you understand when they start talking about redistricting. If Democrats have a good night, let's say Democrats win 20 seats, they net 20 seats. Republicans, they know that they're going to lose seats already. And the only way that they can combat against losing seats is by drawing new lines. Not by policy, which that's what they should be focused on. It's by drawing new lines. Let me show you this clip. Here we go.
You look at our polls and you look at the condition of the economy, and this is the one for midterms we look at closely, and that is excellent or good, 24%, only fair or poor, 76%. And
look, I mean, just look at that. Look at those numbers. And this is a Fox News poll, okay? Margin of error there, plus or minus 3%. You see it down at the bottom. It's registered voters. I would like to see likely voters, but registered voters, that's still okay, because that, we're seeing the voter sentiment. We're seeing the people, how they feel about our current situation. And so only fair or poor, 76%. That number is huge, because we're looking at a situation where the vast majority of the people are saying that, you know what, things are, they're only okay. So you have this only fair and poor. So the vast majority of the people here think that we're not in a good situation. And when they go and vote, guess who they're going to vote for? They're either going to vote for a Democrat or an independent or someone else, or they're just not going to participate because they're disgusted in this whole situation right now. And so, I mean, this tells you everything that you need to know about how the voters feel, how they're feeling right now. And if you're talking about redistricting, when you have people that feel like this, you're not addressing the issue. The issue is that they think that the economy is not doing well, that prices are too high. That's the problem. That's what Republicans should be addressing. But instead of that, they're saying, well, you know what? We can't do anything, so we're just going to draw new lines and hope that we can draw the lines in a way that we can still win some of these seats.
That has got to have Republicans, Senate and House, concerned.
Oh, absolutely, Brett. And the truth is there's not much good news for Republicans in this whole poll we did. Underwater on the economy, as you showed, underwater on affordability. Those two issues are front and center for sure. Republicans have a little bit of a lead on national security and, I guess, law enforcement. But everywhere you look, Republicans are down. Now, there is a bit of good news. As you mentioned, the redistricting will help them with seats in the House, and they will probably need every one of them they can get from that.
And so there it is. That's the ball game. The ball game is redistricting. That's the good news. Now, that might be good news for Republicans running for office, but that's not good news for the American people. And I think these drawing of new lines, we're talking about Texas, we're talking about Florida, and some of these other states that are drawing new lines. At least Florida, they're still talking about it, but some of the other states that are drawing new lines, you're going to have some of those constituents that are going to push back. And we'll see that because they're not going to be happy with the current situation. They're not going to be happy with inflation. They're not going to be happy with the economy. Those are the top 2 issues that voters are facing this election. And so if Republicans can't address those issues, and they only have a few months to do it, if they can't address those issues, they're still going to lose seats. Even drawing new lines, they're still going to lose seats. So I want to make a quick pitch here. If you guys are liking the content on my channel, make sure you go over and join my Substack. It's free. And on my Substack, you're going to get articles that are based on some of the videos that I've posted, as well as every video that I post on YouTube, I also post it on Substack, and Substack will send you an email notification so you'll never miss any of my videos. Link is in the description. And if we look at the generic ballot right now, the generic ballot, this is Real Clear Politics again. If you look at the yellow bar here, you move over to the right, you see that Democrats are plus 5.4. Now, it does go up and down. And if we look at the latest poll, and this is coming from Emerson, this was conducted between 719 and 720, 1,100 likely voters, Democrats at 53, Republicans at 42. And so that's Democrats plus 11. Then we move down to the Daily Mail. This was conducted between 717 and 720, 626 likely voters, Democrats at 50, Republicans at 41, Democrats plus 9. Then we go down to the Fox News poll. This is 717, between 717 and 720. This is the one that they were referring to in the clip. You have 1,003 registered voters. You have Democrats at 53. You have Republicans at 46. You have Democrats plus 7. And so you see, we're seeing a shift here. Let's move down a little bit further just so you see what I'm talking about here. We don't have to go through all of the polls, but I do want to show you when we're looking at the numbers. Let's drop down to here. The two-way Harris X poll. This was plus 2. And then you had a plus 6, a plus 4, a plus 3, a plus 2, a plus 2, a plus 3, a plus 5. And you see it's starting to increase. Plus 5, plus 7, plus 9, plus 11. And so we'll have to see what the next poll shows us. But when it comes to the generic ballot, we see that Democrats are now, we now see some momentum coming on the Democratic side. Now, why is this important? Because if we go back to 2018, and I like to use 2018 as a metric because that was a midterm election where Democrats netted 40 seats. In that situation, we saw right before Election Day, Democrats at plus 7.3. And then on Election Day, we saw Democrats at plus 8.4. And so Democrats need to increase their margins when it comes to the generic ballot. But we're talking about 40 seats. That was back in 2018. They were able to gain 40 seats. Even if, let's say, on Election Day, we're looking at plus 5.4, what we're seeing today, Democrats would still gain seats. They could still gain 20, maybe 25 seats. And all they need is to net 3 seats. Okay, now we're not talking about redistricting because right now when it comes to redistricting, we don't know how many seats, but let's just throw a number in there. Let's say the Republicans are able to gain 8 seats as a result of redistricting. So if Democrats win 25 seats and then you subtract the 8 seats, Democrats are still going to have control of the House. And so Republicans' only hope right now is to redistrict, but it might not help when it comes to the overall numbers. And so now I want to pass it off to you. What do you guys think when it comes to redistricting? Do you think Republicans are just not addressing their constituents' problems and they're just going to draw new lines and that's the way that they think that they can win? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.